Good evening, everybody. You're welcome to day 3 of our SQL class. This section started last Monday, where we had the first day, where we looked at introduction to database, SQL, look at how to download and install SQLite Studio. Very easy to download. You don't need stress. Just click on the link. You'll be able to download and install it seamlessly. Very, 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 very easy compared to other SQL flavor. Beyond that, we look at how to create database, how to create tables, how to, insert values. Let me share my screen. Insert values uh, into a table. Yeah, right. So please, if you are on this call and you're not in the first class, uh, today's class you'll be floating. There's no how, except you know except you know SQL. You'll be floating except you know SQL. But if you don't know SQL, you might be floating. So please, I will encourage you, whichever community you are joining from, either you're joining from the EasyTech Talent WhatsApp group, or you're joining from the EasyTech community, either the community 1 or community 2, please, I would love you to check, just scroll up, check for the uh, link, the recorded link, and then you'll be able to access, and then you'll be able to rewatch, and then you're able to also practice on everything that we discussed in the last 2 classes. Yeah, this session is free and it's organized by EasyTech Academy. Why are we organizing this section? Please let's listen carefully. Why are we organizing this section? We believe in giving back to the community. We believe in giving back to the community. Yes, you are part of EasyTech community. You also need to benefit as a valid, as an esteemed member of the community. So either you are able to go for the paid course, or you are not able to go for the paid course, they are part of us. We still have plans for you, right? We have plans for you. Our goal is to develop analysts. Our goal is not to make money from you. Our goal is to develop analysts, one skill at a time. So this is a free section for everyone to join, to learn, to grow, to develop and become the best version of who they want to be. Beyond this training, this is just once in a while, right? Once in a while, good. Beyond this training, we also have lot of community events. On Saturday, we had a session. Who was in that session? If you're in that session, please raise your hand. Just signify by a favorite emoji. On Saturday, there was an event EasyTech organized. How many of you were in that event? Just give an emoji. None of you. This is sad. This is sad. Please, I want to beg you, go and check the recording. It's an amazing, unforgettable session. See, the best way to start is now. The best is a value pack section. We call it EasyTech Talent. Okay, let me tell you about it for those who don't know about EasyTech Talent. Every month, we give out projects. We give out data sets to all our community members. Everybody, we give you a project to work on. Then when you now work on the project, you will now submit. Now when you submit, we will now pick the best 3 or the top 3. The top 3 or the top 4 or top 5, depending on the numbers of, candidates you want to choose. Then the top 3 or the top 4 or the top 5 will now come. They will now present, showcase their project using PowerPoint slides. And from there, we will now pick the winner. We pick the winner. We don't just pick the winner, we celebrate the winner. We also compensate the winner. So if you are here, you already know Excel, you already know Power BI, you already know SQL. This is the right time for you to key into EasyTech Talent. It's 100% free. Apply what you have learned. You also stand a chance to win a cash prize. A cash prize of 25,000 naira. It can be small, it can be big. It's also a good way to start. I remember then when I got an internship, they paid me 5,000 naira. I can never forget. and I got an internship. My own, no. But this one, you are learning, you're also getting pay. So please, the last section, like in the last for this month, Mr. Emmanuel Lawrence. I believe you are on the community. You saw his dashboard, right? Good. He was the winner. I don't know Mr. Emmanuel. Even till today, I don't know him. He just saw the flyer, he applied, and he won. So and that's it. So please, I expect us to key into all this. So you already know Excel, you already know Power BI. Please, let's key into it. So for next month edition, the talent lead said he will be pushing out the project on 3rd. So please stay tuned on 3rd of November. When the project is sent, grab the project, carry out all the necessary, the training, everything, then make your submissions. And then if you are shortlisted, you've done it well. Don't just do don't just do it, but do it with the mind of getting to the top 3. And also, when you get to the top 3, you are also aspiring to do what? To be the best in the month. We're going to celebrate you. Not just celebrating, we're also going to give you the cash prize. We have been doing it. This is not the first edition. This month was like the 4th edition, and we're preparing for next month. In fact, the plan is to do it for the rest of our day. So, please, I would love to key into it. You already know this skill, key into EasyTech talent, and then grow your skill. And also, if you're not part of the best, you can keep learning. The project to do today, document it. The one you do tomorrow. When you are presenting your CV, your resume, you have projects on it to showcase. So please, I want to encourage everybody, especially those who have not heard about EasyTech talent. It's very, very important. Put your skill to work. It's not just to learn. Put it to work. Complete with smart minds. Right? It makes you better. Our goal is to do what? Develop future analysts, one skill at a time. Who wants to give us summary now on what we've learned in the last class? Mr. Charles, do you want to do that? Mr. Charles, give us summary on what you learned in the last class.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So last time we were can I share my screen also, or maybe I can just go
No,
through
no,
it in
just
theory?
no, just proceed, just proceed.
All right. So we created a table, and then we inserted some values in it. They were actually 3 tables. We had products table, customers table, and also we had sales table. So after we have imputed our data, we did some manipulation. Like we were looking at the sales, we used filtering, like where use the filter function where, and also the distinct values, the distinct names from the category table. So basically that is what we covered last time.
Okay. Beyond this, we also look at the order by, which is used for sorting. All right. So today we want to also carry out. We want to look at some other SQL syntax. So, in the last, I recommended W3 schools as our resource material. So, and I promise you that we're going to treat all the syntax in that in the module. Okay, so where are we? I can't remember where we are. So, well, let's look at and. There's a syntax called and. And. Good. AND. Now, if I ask the question, I will say, if you have a MacBook laptop and an iPhone, please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. What happened? Those who meet both conditions will do what? Their hands will be raised. Those who meet both conditions, their hand will be raised. And that means if I have an iPhone, but I don't have a MacBook, I'm not qualified, right? Both conditions must be true. So the AND operator is basically used, to filter rows based on one condition, that is both conditions rather, right? Both conditions must be true. So let's look at a question here. I'm going to do one question and then ask a student to answer the second question. So let me do it this way, in a way that, let me just copy this. Yeah, it's good. So let me run series. Hold on, please. I'm trying to just check for question to answer. This data is very, very small, so I'm struggling to get question. Okay. So let me see customer table, this customer table. This table is very, very, very small. Okay. Let me just ask one question. Let me just do this question. So I always call it tax, right? Tax. So what's the tax here? So let me say, can you extract product? Can you extract electronics products that are also above, let me say, 10,000 naira? Good. Let's look at this question together. Now, this is a question. We are asked to do what? Extract electronics products. We are asked to extract electronics products. Sorry, please. I'm going to do something to make this thing very interactive. I'm going to jump some syntax. But I want to teach you some joins, then I'll come back here. Yeah, so that's yeah. Okay, so let's look at this question together. So the question says, find all the products where the category is electronics and the price is above or greater than 10,000 naira. And you see two conditions. Number one, the condition must be what? Electronics products. Second condition must be what? Above 10,000 naira. So what do? I will say select, right? Select all from products. If I run this now, what does it give me? It gives me the same table, right? I'm not going to use the filter. That's where, when I say filter, it where category, that's where we have electronics. Now I say where category is equal to what? Electronics. So I'm going to say electronics, right? This spell is not correct. Electronics, right? I want to say, and now if I run only this, what does it give me? It will filter to only electronics. But the question says, and the price is what? Above 10,000 naira. So I'll come here and say, and price what? Above, that's greater than what? 10,000 naira. So if I run this now, what do we have? We have this answer. So you can see it's electronics and it's also above 10,000 naira. Now let me ask a question now. Yes, I do one. I asked one question. So let me call this tax. So let's do this together. I would love somebody to help me with this question. This is the question. Retrieve customers whose first name is Israel and the last name is Afolabi? Who wants to help us with this question? Who wants to help with this question? So I'm going to call name. I'm going to call name. Who do I call? Who do I call? Mr. Charles, do you want to help us with this question? Yeah, do you want to help us with this
Yes,
question? Please go
I
ahead.
can I can attempt. So we want to retrieve customers whose first name is Israel and last name is Afolabi. So
Yes.
we're going to select.
Select.
Let's first of all have a look at how our table is looking like. So select all from customers so that we get to see how our table is before we tackle that question.
Okay, so I'll run this now. Thank you so much. Good.
Okay, so we are seeing that we have these columns from, we have customer ID, first name, last name, email, and phone. So our question is saying retrieve customers whose first name is Israel
Where
and
where first name, first underscore name is equal to Israel. Okay.
last name
And last underscore name is equal to what?
Al Afolabi. Afolabi.
Ah, yes, it must be.
Select all from here.
Yeah.
I think it's okay now.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, and it must be inside what? Inside quotation. That's why we're getting error. Why we're getting error is telling us there's error. So I'm going to close this. Then I'm going to run this. Good. So and you see, we got this answer. So I want a lady to help us with this question as we leave this. And so this is the question. This is the question. Miss Alayinka, do you want to try? Find all products with price less than 5,000 naira and category not equal to stationery. And category not equal to stationery. Who wants to try? Miss Alayinka gone as left. Okay, Miss Onyikonsola. Miss Onyikonsola, you must not be on this call and not answer question. No. We are here. This is more of mentorship class. Miss Onyikonsola, are you there? Okay, let me just say this. The way I do it in class, let me just you. If I call you in class and you did not answer me, I'm going to remove you from the call because I will assume that you are not with me. I know this virtual class, there's no way I can track. The only way I can track is when I call your name, you must respond. Miss Onyikonsola, are you there? Or I remove you from the call. Okay, I'm going to remove Miss Onyikonsola from the call. So let me know those who are with me. If you don't know it, there's no shame. Just say, I don't know it. I'll pass on the mic. Okay, let me do that now. I'm going to remove Imoa from the call. Okay, let me take another student. I don't know, Mr. or Mrs. Emmanuel, do you want to help us with this question? Find all products with price less than 5,000 naira and category not equal to stationery. Mr. or Mrs. Emmanuel, do you want to help us? Hello? I believe I'm audible. Okay, I'll do the same also for Mr. and Mrs. Emmanuel. I'm going to remove it from the call. So let's work with those who are ready to learn. Mr. or Mrs. Adekunle, are you there? Yes, come and help
Yes.
us. So
I'm not. My name is not Mr. Adekunle. My name is Barikis. My surname is Adekunle, actually.
is the name I saw I call Mr. or Mrs. Adekunle. Ishali on your name. You are the one that wrote
but
it.
not Mr. Okay.
And I always say Mr. or Mrs. Mr. or Mrs. Okay, Miss
Okay, the
Adekunle Bali,
question we said find all products where price less than 50,000 and category not equals to stationery.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that would be select all from products. So where I don't know where price is less than 50,000 and category not equals to stationery.
How do I write not equal to? How do I write it?
And that would be God, forgot enough. Not equals to will be I think you write maybe equals to slash less than greater. I don't know. Let me say I'm not sure.
Okay, there are two ways to write it. So let's use this one. Yeah, not equal to, not equal to what? Stationary. So to make it easier, I can just grab this here. Yeah, so if I run this now, yeah, we get to have it. And it's returning null. So let me use, if this one does not work, we can use equal to and this sign. This one too works.
I know that this one.
Yeah, this one too works. It's like this one, this one, like this. Yeah. It's returning error. Select all from products. Something is wrong. What is wrong? Is it the price? Product, not S. Yeah, there's no S. Yeah. So we have this. Thank you so much. So you can also use this. I said you can use greater than, less than. Yeah, it's still the same. Yeah, can you see? Still give us the same. So whichever one you want to use for not equal to, you can go and achieve it. Of course, there are more and more questions I would have loved to ask, but because of time, let's move to the next SQL syntax. Sorry, please, there's background noise from my end. Can you pardon me? All right, let's move to the next syntax now. We're going to look at or, right? Or. So or is used to, how do I explain or now? Or is used to return either one of the value that meets a certain condition. So let me say, for example, now that same question I asked. If you have a MacBook laptop or an iPhone, please raise your hand. What happened? Some persons might have iPhone and not have a MacBook. What happened? They are still qualified, or whichever way, right? They are still qualified. So that's the way it works. Good. So now let's have some questions here and let's quickly treat these questions together. So the first question I'm going to ask, I'm going to do it myself. Let me say, I want, I'm going to check for a question. So let me say, because these are simple questions. So let me say extract or retrieve customers whose first name is, let me say Israel, or let me say Grace. What do I do? What of how they select all from customers, right? If I run this now, I'm going to see the entire table, right? Good. So the next time I'm going to do here is I'm going to filter, obviously, right? I'm going to filter. So come here, then I'm going to say where is the first column? Where first name is equal to what? Israel, or first underscore name is equal to what? Grace. What happened? It will retrieve all the value that has either this or this. Let's see the outcome. And you see either of the two. right? Either Grace or Istre. Let me see if we can have just one question and then somebody can just help us with that question. So let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. It's not really technical, but it's achievable. So let me call this tax. So who wants to help us with this question? So the question says, find all products where stock quantity is less than 10 or the price is less than 1,000. Wants to help us with this question? Miss Glory, come and try. Find all products where stock quantity is less than 10 or price is less than 1,000. Miss Glory, over to you.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity to try. But then I can't even see the screen. That's just the problem here. But then the reason I'm still connected is because I know I'm going to watch the audio later. That's why I'm still connected. I can't see the screen, sir.
Right, that's fine. Okay.
Sorry,
Mr. or
please.
Mrs.
Are you using
Stephanie.
your phone?
Okay, Miss Balikis, do you want to help us? I would love to hear from
Ma,
you.
I'm asking her if she's using her phone to for the class. If you are using your phone, you can just zoom the screen. You'll be able to see it that way. But either way, Sha, let me try.
No, no, I'm using my system. I'm
Oh,
using my system.
okay. You said find all products where stock quantity. Okay, that would be select all from products. So where stock quantity is less than
Okay.
10.
I can see the screen now.
Is this stock underscore quality
Stock quantity. What is it?
or stock space quantity?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so what do you say now?
I said, is it stock underscore quantity or stock hyphen quantity or stock space quantity?
I don't know how it is written in the
So
data, but I
yes, you
think
can run it now. You can request that we should run it. You can run the table first and see the way it's being written. I'll be very
okay.
sure. Yes, now
eh,
we can run it
Okay.
now. So stock
Stock
underscore
underscore quantity is less than 10.
less than 10
So our price is less than 1,000.
or price is less than 1,000. Thank you so much. Very correct. Very accurate. Okay, so here now, what do? We run it and then let's have our answer. So can you see notebook, right? Notebook. Good. So this data set is very, very small. Maybe in our next class, we now look at a bigger data set, like a larger, like maybe like 500 or 1,000 numbers of rows. And also, if I can get a data set that we can know import directly, so that we can explore this thing and see if we are working with an industry database. And that will also be very, 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 very fantastic, right? Good. Okay, so we've looked at the and, the or. Now let's look at a bit of aggregate function. We're still doing more of the simple. We are going higher now. We want to look at aggregate function. What are aggregate function? It's more of like I don't know, minimum, maximum, sum, count, right? These are aggregates. Good. So let's try out something. Let's start with the sum. I'm going to teach everything together so as to make it faster, and then we can end with that tonight. So we can do average, we can do count, we can do minimum, we can do maximum, right? Minimum, maximum, count, sum, and average. Yeah. And then if there's time, we quickly look at like, and then we end the class on the like syntax tonight. Now, what is sum? Let's say, for example, now we have stock quantity. I want to know the total quantity, everything in that column. How do I calculate it? I can use the sum. Sum is like addition. For those who have Excel background, right? For those who have Excel background or Power BI background, you agree with me that this is also a function that can be used to calculate the aggregate, the total, right? Good. In a selected range of cell. All right, so for this case now, how do I do it? So first of all, let's start with what we are used to. We say select all from, let's use the product now, right? Let's use the product table. So if I run this now, something is wrong here. So if I run this now, what does it give me? I can see the what? The table itself. But now let me see. I want to know the total, the total, um, the total stock quantity, right? The total stock quantity. How do I do it? That's a question. So let me say tax. What is the total stock quantity? Quantity. Good. All right. How do we do that? Very simple. Now look at it. Where we are coming from, right? What we all used to know. Good. Now, instead of saying select star, and let's select that column. Stock underscore quantity. So if I say select stock quantity from product, what does it return? It returns only that column. But now let's take it higher now. So instead of saying select, give me this column, I will now put this column inside parentheses. I'll put this table, that particular column, inside parentheses. I'll put inside brackets. Then I will come out the right what? Sum. That is, sum everything inside this column for me. Sum everything inside this column for me. Then it's give me what? The total. So if I run this now, what does it give me? 180. So this is the total what? Quantity. Total stock quantity. Are you there? Total stock quantity. Good. Let me ask one question, just one question. Now, let's look at this question together. What is the average product price? That's a tax. What is the average product what price? Okay, who wants to help us with this tax? Mr. Charles, are you still there? What is the average product price? Mr. Charles,
Yes.
please try.
Okay, let me try. To get the average product price, we will select AVG, then product price, open bracket, then from products, select from products. Yes.
Thank you so much. You're very correct. Now, do you see? So for average, I'm going to write what? AVG. The same thing we did. This is the column price. Then if I run this now, what do I have? I have the average. And so the average price is this, right? If it was a decimal or float, you get to see the percent and the decimal points, right? Good. Okay, so I believe I can ask another question now. Let's also proceed. So let me say, for example, now, what is the cheapest product price? What or find? Then it's a find the cheapest product price. Yeah, who can help us with this question? Find the cheapest product price. I want a lady now. I don't know. Who is this C? Mr. or Mrs. Collins. Am I correct? Yeah. Collins Ozoene. Mr. or Mrs. Collins, are you there? Can you help us with this question? Okay, as usual, I'm going to remove Mr. or Mrs. Collins from the call. So why am I removing them? When I call you, I expect you to respond. Very, very important, right? So this is one of the ways I can make it interactive. Okay, Miss Balikis. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so I find the cheapest price. That will be select. I think that should be me. Then price from products.
Now, did you see? Thank you so much. Good. Now, do you see? I'm tweaking this question little by little. So if I want to get the minimum, the least, I use what? Mean. The cheapest, that's the lowest, right? Minimum. So now if I run this now, I'm going to see, can you see it's 800 naira or dollar, whichever currency it is. Okay, let me tweak the question a bit again and let's answer this question. Let me say this question. Tax. Let me say find the highest sale quantity recorded. Yeah, find the highest sale quantity recorded. Who can help us with this question? Okay, let me quickly answer the question. So for me to answer this question, I'm going to go to sales table. Let me go and see what is there. Let me also be sure of what I'm doing. Good. Right. Good. So here, if I want to see the highest sale quantity, that is the quantity, the highest, I can see it there. It's already 5, right? But I want to use SQL to answer this question. So I'm just going to say, let me just copy to make it faster, right? Come here. Then I don't need to specify this. I need to specify the max, right? Maximum, the highest of which column? Of quantity column. Quantity column, right? Then I will come here and I can run it. So if I run it now, I can see, right? 5. Good. So I believe we've explored all. Oh, the main count. Okay, let me ask another question on count. Let me ask another question on count. If I ask count. So if I say, how many customers do we have? Let me say tax. How many customers do we have? Now in our, let me see, DB database? How do you do that? We use, okay, let's first of all do select all from customer, right? If I run this now, of course, I will see the entire table. Can you see we have 5 actually? But instead of counting it, I can use a syntax, and that's where I can just say, I can use select count of all, right? If I run this now, I'm going to see, can you see? We have 5 customers. We have 5 customers. You can extend the question a bit. How many products do we have? How many transactions were made, right? How many transactions were made? Now, let me teach you a syntax before we leave. I feel that there's more time, right? There's more time. So please, let's understand aggregates. It works the same way, right? The sum is used to find the total. Minimum used to find the least, maximum used to find the highest, average used to find the mean, also known as average, right? The syntax I wrote here that I want to explain, which is the, where is it again? I wrote it here. Is it like now? Good. Like, I want to explain like, and let me add one more, and aliasing. Aliasing. So I want to explain this too before we leave. So what is like? What is it used for? What is like syntax? What is it used for? Now let me give you an example before I use it. The like syntax is the way it works. Now let's assume that you want to call me. My name is Israel. You save my number on your mobile phone. You want to call me. You know, on your contact list, my name will be around that I. That is when you are checking it, because the names on your contact list will be sorted either in ascending or descending, depending on your mobile phone and the way you set it. You know, when you want to call me, and then you want to start looking at the names one by one, you know, it will take a lot of time because you start scrolling the names, all the names that start with A to the names that start with to B, with B to the names that start with C to D to E to F to G until you get to what? I. What if my name is my name starts with Z and my name is Zachariah or Zacchaeus? They need to start scrolling, you know, it takes a lot of time. But there's a particular command you can use called the search. What do you use? Search. All you have to do is go to that search and type my name. So if you type, let's say you punch I, what happens? All the names that have I will be what? Will be filtered for you. If you type S, all the names that have IS will be filtered. If you type my name, what happens? My name will pop up. It's possible you have 2 persons that Israel, 3 persons who are Israel, 4 persons who are Israel. Is it possible? If it's possible, please give me an emoji. I want to know if you are following me. It's possible, just give me an emoji. Maybe 2 persons who are Israel on your contact list. Nobody's responding now. Yeah, let's respond. I know we are tired. Today is Monday. Nobody's responding. Thank you so much, Mr. Afolabi. Yes, it's possible. So you can have 2, 3, 4 persons with the same Israel. So what do you do? Very simple, right? Very simple. All you just need to do is you now select the one you want. You select the one you want. Good. Now, on SQL2, let's assume I'm looking for somebody. And then I don't need to start scrolling the names up and down. No, I can use a syntax called like to search. Okay, let's do this together. Let's do this together. So I will just see the way it looks. So let me say tags. Let me just say tags. Find all the names. Find all the customer name. Find all the customer names whose first name starts with I. You know, the same way I told you, you want to look for Israel on your contact list. When you type I, all the names that have I will come up. When you type IS, all the names that have IS will do what to come up, something like that. So let's do it here. So I'm going to say select all from where? Customer. Now filter customers. Where first name is equal to what? But now because I'm using the search. I'm going to use what? Like. Now because I'm searching, I'm going to put it in double quotation. Then I will say I. Then I'm going to put percentage. Now, what does this percentage means? It means putting percentage after the letter means it must start with I, but can end with anything. Do you get? It must start with I, but can end with anything. That means it's starting with I, but can end with anything. It can be Israel, David, Israel, Mike, Israel, King, Israel, but it must start with what? Letter I. So if I run this now, let's run that. Let's see the outcome. If I run this now, what happened? Can you see? It's only one self. That's how with I. Okay, let me run this and see if there's maybe some things I can just plug in. Okay, let me use E for example. Let me use E. I want to search for all the names that has E. Now, I want to put percentage before and percentage after. What does it mean? The name can start with anything, but there's E in between and can also end with anything. So if I run this now, I go to, can you see? Is Israel. There's E here. There's Grace. There's E here. There's James. There's also E here. If I put percentage before and after, that means it can start with anything and also end with anything, right? But what if I remove this percentage and I leave? Okay, sorry. What if I remove this percentage here, the one here? That means it can start with anything, but it must end with what? E. So if I run this now, what do I find? Oh, it's only Grace. It can start with anything, but end with Grace. Of course, there's more, for this one I'm going to actually stop. But like is actually used to do what? It's actually used to search. It's actually used to search. Let me just ask a question. Let me see this table first before I ask a question. Let me run this table and see. Okay, let me ask this funny question. It's very, very funny actually. But let me ask. I want to see if you are able to catch up with this question. I just spotted the question. Find phone numbers. Find phone numbers starting with 081. Look at this question. Very tricky. But I know it's possible. Now, I want to find phone numbers. Let's say you want to make a call to me, right? And then it says 081. Good. But now we want to find only phone numbers that start with what? 081. Of course, you have 08139, we have 08123, and 080, 070, 090, 081. So I want to only filter to only what? Those that start with what? 081. Who wants to help us with this question? Mr. Charles, do you want to give it a try? Mr. Charles.
Yes, let's do this.
Please go ahead.
So we want to find the phone number that starts with 081. So we'll select all from our table is customers. Where phone so it's beginning where our phone number starts with 081. So we will like uh 081 then %. And then
Thank
we
you
put
so
them
much.
in quotes.
Exactly. It must be in quotes. Thank you so much. Yes, very correct. Very correct. I don't need to stress myself. It's very correct. Follow up, we say select all. We now filter. We have phone 081. That means it must start with 081, but can end it what? Anything. That's the percentage there. So if I run this now, it gives me what I want. It's simple. SQL is simple. Don't worry, in the next one, I'm going to make it a bit advanced, but intermediate rather. Intermediate. Okay, so now let's do something. Let's look at the last sentence for tonight, and that is what? As is used for aliasing. Now, there's a man called David. He's a Nigerian artist, very popular. Who can tell me his nickname? Anybody on this call? Anybody? Just unmute your mic and tell me. There's a man, he's an artist, very popular. Very, very popular. Extremely popular.
An
He's
artist.
also very popular, yeah.
Yes, an artist.
Whiskey now.
From Nigeria.
Nigerian. Whiskey is a Nigerian.
I said his name is David. Who can tell me his nickname?
Okay. Obio.
Tell me his nickname.
David.
Don't give me. Yes, you are correct. Good. OBO. And it's also what? Davido. And look at it now. His name is Davido. His name is David, right? But people call him what? Davido. People call him OBO, right? Good. What is going on is aliasing. I don't know if you've heard about it. Also known as, popularly known as, right? Also on SQL, you can also alias. What do I mean? Let me just show you an example. Now, sometimes, not all times, you might be working with some data and then some column header may not be really familiar with you. You may not be really familiar with those column headers. Then you might want to use some names that I'm more familiar with, right? Depending on the industry you're also working with. So that's why aliasing, or that's where aliasing can also be a very good option, right? Aliasing. Let me just do this. So that you just see the way it works. So let me use customer table. So let me say select all from customer. Right. So if I run this now, of course, we're already familiar with this. Good. Now let me now assume that I want to change the column header of this customer ID. So I can break my line of syntax, right? Good. I can say customer. The way it's being written is customer name, right? I can alias it. I can give it another name. I can say, no, not customer name, rather, it's customer ID. Customer.
Hello. Cannot hear you.
I think he's off.
Maybe the internet problems.
Yeah, okay.
Let's wait for our teacher to come back.
Please, when next is the class holding?
What are you saying?
What do you say? I said, when next is the class holding?
I think I'll tell you, but you should join the group so that you are up. I'll ask the link so that I can share with you.
Okay.
Actually, this is the third class. We've been having other classes before. I don't know how I forgot to inform you, but don't worry. The videos are also there. You can go back and check them out.
Is it on YouTube? Oh, wait.
Yes?
YouTube,
I'll
right?
send you the link also.
Okay. Thank you.
So none of you came to my
Welcome back,
DM
our
to say,
teacher.
we
Welcome
cannot
back,
hear
our teacher.
you. Sorry, my router was not powered, so it went off. So sorry about that. So sorry, I always unplugged it. I don't want it to overcharge and spoil the battery. So sorry. So I never knew. So please, if I'm teaching and my network trips off, please, I would love you to say hi. We can no longer hear you, things like that. Good. So I met you at gisting. Let me also be part of it. Let's do 5 minutes gisting. Mr. Charles, your mic was unmuted, you were gisting. This Balikis, I also meant to gisting. So let me give you 5 minutes to continue your gist.
Yes. Okay. Balkis was asking when we hold our classes. So I was telling her that she's not in our group. Maybe we can send her the link so that she can join the group.
Where do you see the link?
Yes.
Please to join. I am not part of the community.
I'm the one who
you said somebody sent it to you.
Actually.
And
Yes.
you are now enjoying EasyTech community benefits and you're not part of us. Well, you're welcome. So, the link will be shared. I'm going to share with you the link, right? So you can also grab it and you can also join our community events. It's just one of it. We have 4 others. Apart from this one, we also have talking section whereby we gist what are the challenges you face, how do you secure remote job, how do you optimize your LinkedIn, like lots. We have EasyTech talent that talk about it. We have community hour where we do hands-on, just like this. Can be on Power BI, can be on SQL, we can create dashboard, and a lot and lot. Every month is always power packed. Let's proceed because of our time. We're wrapping up now. Just 1 hour. So we want to alias, right? So we have the company customer ID, the customer, and that's the first name. Then alias it. Let me just say name. Now do you see what I'm doing here? Good. We run this now, and do you see? Before now it was customer ID, but I've aliased it as what? As ID. First name, I've aliased it as what? As name. So now what's the issue at the top? Name, ID, right? Good. So now next class, we'll look more into this. And please, now next class, we are going intermediate, please, so that we can also make some other people. We're still going to advance. You know, the journey is still very far. So please, for some of you, it might be new. For some of you, it might be uh, something you're already familiar with. But notwithstanding, the truth is you're going to learn, and also it's also a very good way to refresh your mind, refresh your skill. I want to appreciate everyone who have joined tonight's mentorship section. Normally, let me also say this. Normally, this session is actually meant for those students who paid for the pre-recorded class. You know, at EasyTech, we have different training sections. We have the pre-recorded class. This pre-recorded class is we already have data analysis classes recorded, the Excel, the Power BI, SQL, how to get remote job, AI and data analysis. We already have the classes recorded. All they just need to do is they make their payment and then they can start learning. They can learn anytime, right? For pre-recorded class, there is no certificate. Just learn, refresh your memory, and you're good to go. And it's a very, very affordable, 5,000 naira. Now, this section majorly is tailored to these students. Yeah, like majorly. So our goal is, yes, they are taking pre-recorded class. We don't want them to be stopped. Let them come to the mentorship section that we're having now and ask their questions. So they just come, ask their question, come ask their questions, right? Good. So I don't know, some of you here, I can see one student, or maybe let me say two, because I don't know every one of them, who have paid for the pre-recorded class. So please, if you have questions, mentorship session is majorly, or our target audience is for you guys, because you are taking the pre-recorded class, you are watching it all alone. Sometimes you are stopped, sometimes you are, so mentorship class will do what? Settle all your questions, right? Good. We also have the master class. Some of you here too are currently in the master class. The master class is 3 months. You learn Excel, Power BI, SQL. You work on mini projects. You write exams, right? Good. And you also showcase your project on LinkedIn for 10 days. You know, all those activities, you do them for 3 months. It's always an intensive, interactive, and impactful training. And there is certification of completion. We also told you there's internship for you, and I can say it for a fact, there's internship for you. The internship is for the best students. We retain all best students in each cohort, and you can agree with me. The last cohort that did graduation, we have an intern. Some of you know, and I don't need to say much, and it's all our social media platforms. So we have an intern. But beyond this, also, we also still want to groom as many as possible talent, and that's where EasyTech Talent comes in place. Every month, we give student projects. Every month, we give student projects. And then the best student get a cash prize of 25,000 naira. So please, whichever training you want to go for, either the pre-recorded class or the master class or one-on-one training, EasyTech got you covered. You want to go it, you want to do it for yourself, you have a friend who wants to learn, please, EasyTech is here to receive them. And also, when you're recommending a friend, a student, you get a 10% discount from any student you refer. Are you there? Good. So thank you so much for joining EasyTech mentorship section tonight. Of course, there'll be lot of community events that will be coming up. So please stay tuned. Ms. Badikis, I'd love to share with you the community link. Just quickly fill the form and then you join the WhatsApp community. So let me share the link with you so that I don't get to lose you. So let me get the link. Where's the link again? Sorry, please. It's very important. And also, if you are here to, you don't have access or you've not joined the community, please just pick the form here and then you can join. So we have different communities. We have EasyTech Talent community. We have the pre-recorded community. We also have the main community. We have the first community. We have the second community. So we have like 4 communities, like 4 WhatsApp groups. So whichever community you are, you can always be part of everything we are doing. All right, that'll be all for now. Thank you so much for joining this session. Do take care of yourself. Have a blissful night rest. The recording will be made available to you. All right, good.